Howells. 11th ring walk, already the third of 2026. Seen him defeated in Liverpool and Hull. Has some victories, but beginning to become an away fighter. What can he teach Harley Burrows tonight? And now set to make his very first ring walk as a professional, Harley, the Beast Burrows. Here we go. The first steps on a long professional road that Fens fighter Harley Burrows promises will be exciting, fan-friendly, and dramatic. The heavy-hitting teenager who lit up the amateurs. And Eddie is really hot on Harley. Another Darren off the magical Matchroom conveyor belt like you were once upon a time.
Stop it, Adam. I'll tell you what, I couldn't believe it when I heard he has 23 knockouts in the amateurs. I mean, it's unheard of. Packs a real punch, full of confidence. Definitely, certainly one to watch.
Good to see Jordan Gill with him.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Wolverhampton, England, live on DAZN, we are set to go with our next bout of the evening, and it's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing. Introducing your third man of the ring at the sound of the bell from Newark, scoring A-star referee, Mr. Kevin Parker. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 4 rounds of boxing scheduled in the middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he wears the purple with pink trim. He scaled 11 stone, 12 pounds, 6 ounces. Professional record, 3 victories, 7 defeats. Fighting out of Stratford-upon-Avon, Warwickshire, Lewis Howells. Howells. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He wears red with white and gold trim. Official weight, 11 stone, 9 pounds, 3 ounces. Tonight, he makes his much anticipated professional debut, fighting out of Wisbech, Cambridgeshire. Please welcome Harley, the Beast Burrows. Burrows.
The wink to the camera. He's ready to go.
Expect a clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves. Thank you.
Excellent referee Kevin Parker in charge of this one. 19-year-old Harley Burrows debuts live on DAZN just a few weeks after we saw him in Altrincham, paraded on Matchroom's show that Pat Brown headed there. Eddie Hearn and Frank Smith and Sam Jones watching at ringside alongside Kell Brook and Ebony Bridges and the Yafai brothers. It's a packed boxing front row to see what Harley Burrows can make of without.
Not your typical southpaw, is he, Darren?
No, he's not. I asked him at the presser, I said, you know, with that kind of knockout record in the amateurs, surely you're looking for a knockout in the pros in your debut, and you went 100%. Without a shadow of a doubt. And you can see already, really sits down on his shots, doesn't he? Turns the hip into them, nice and sharp. I like the feints. And he's got that composure, Sonny, as well, hasn't he?
Yeah, and the intent. He's forcing the pace. He's looking to hurt Howells straight away in the opening round. He wants to make a statement, and you can see it.
Howells has won 3 of 7, no knockouts on the record, but he's busy. Won his early fights and then has settled into the sort of journeyman status, but that's exactly the sort of opponent that Harley Burrows needs to get his teeth into early doors.
And some definite weight behind his shots. You can see the intensity that he's delivering on Harley Burrows. He's not really caught Howells too clean just yet, but you can definitely see the weight behind him.
You just got to worry about speed at the minute, I think. Don't worry about the power, that will come. Just make sure the shot lands, throw it properly. Everything else will follow.
And especially at this stage of your career, Darren, because a lot of the time the fighters, you know, in the opposite corner, they're feeling the first sort of heavy punch that you're landing at, and they're sort of looking at safety mode. They're looking at getting through the rounds, not taking anything too clean. But when you are loading up and really trying to punch holes in your opponent, it's just that little bit easier to read and get out of the way from.
They see the signs, don't they? They see the tells. When you tense up a little bit, you see the shots coming. Yes, he's spot on, Sonny.
He's obviously desperate to impress, isn't he? Thudding the shots home, just needs to relax slightly inside the final minute of the first round, because Howells could be a nuisance.
But I don't mind that. I want to see him get stuck in. You know, he wants to impress, and I'm sure Eddie and Frank sat ringside, they want to see the same thing as well.
But it's just forcing it, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is, 100%. And he'll learn that as he develops, Adam. You know, more experience, more sparring, more understanding. Like Sonny said, these sort of opponents, they understand how to look after themselves.
I like the way he's attacking the body, though, as well as the head in the first round, looking to get his meaty punches off Burrows. And I think he's right. He is going to be exciting. Slight mark up under the right eye, but it's a dominant first round for the youngster from Cambridgeshire.
Josh is struggling to pay rent in Oz, and we need to send him some money. But the bank says it could take days.
Days? Well, what if that's too long?
Wait, why aren't you using Wise?
A smart current account from Wise gets your money around the world in as little as 20 seconds. Be smart. Get Wise.
Let that hands go, but relax with it. Let the shots come. After you land that shot, little short shots in your pace. You don't 10 seconds. Right?
Jordan Gill, brilliant ex-pro. Wise man to have in that blue corner for Harley Burrows, the 19-year-old from Cambridge. Sonny, you knew about him in the amateurs.
Yeah, and you know what? All of us at Steel City are very quite familiar with Burrows. He had 2 fantastic fights against young Chris Malunda, who's making his matchroom debut on the June 6th card in Sheffield. Meant to be Dalton's lovely body shot. Meant to be Dalton Shot's card, but now Galal Yafai's. And yeah, they was very, very good close fights, and we are very excited about Chris Malunda as a talent so far. Harley to come away beating him twice, we was very, very impressed with him.
We're excited about June the 6th. Galal over there, headlining with Dalton Smith out with that injury.
Got to mention Jordan Gill as well. Do you remember that night against Kareem Gurphy?
Oh,
the finish there, so impressive. So
lovely
great to see him in the corner and giving him his advice to all these fighters. And this is really good work, this. Going through the gears, isn't he?
just felt that, and the body shot.
Switching targets, constantly touching upstairs, sinking down to the body. Finding it a little bit easier in this round to find the target, Burrows.
Well, he's just relaxed, hasn't he? I think Jordan asked him if he was enjoying himself, and they said, yeah. He said, just relax, and the body shot's done, and he's out, wincing in pain. We've had 1 second-round knockout already with Shannon Ryan. We're about to get another. If Kev Parker stops it, he doesn't. He gives it every chance. But is this now the opportunity for Harley Burrows to finish this emphatically in style? Well done to Lewis Howells for getting up.
He's just gone from looking like a novice pro to an experienced pro in the space of about 2-3 minutes.
That's great corner work from Jordan Gill, I think.
This is really good work to the body, not loading up with the shots, placing them nicely, turning the hips. Really, really impressive, looking so physically strong.
Lewis Howells, brave as anything, trying to hold on. If he can get through 4 rounds, he gets a payday next week. He doesn't want to be stopped, but my word, he was close. He was about half a second away from being stopped. Kev Parker's given him the opportunity, but he's back straight in the firing range.
Just done a much better job of keeping him under the fire, Burrows, this round, keeping him constantly having to worry about a shot coming forward, where in the first round, you know, he was loading up a little bit, he was missing, giving him little bits of rest and times to come back. But in this round, I think he's been phenomenal, Harley Burrows.
Yeah, he just relaxed the shoulders, didn't he, and just let the work flow instead of forcing it. Look at the patience here. Not wasting anything, not getting reckless.
Having a little blower there. Looked like his ankle even went on his lead foot there a little bit for Burrows.
Well, Lewis Howells is somehow going to survive what has been a torrid second round. Gets back to his corner. And there's the beast.
I mean, it was a fantastic shot, wasn't it? But he just started the round so well. He really did. Up and down, wasn't it? Targeting the head, then just dropping to the body. Look at the effect it had on Howells.
I thought the fight was over there.
Yeah, but just kept him busy with the first shots, didn't he? And he blinded himself, Howells, there. That's why he had a bit of a delayed reaction, because he was hoping to just keep his arms high. But because Harley Burrows was targeting, look, upstairs through the middle, touching back upstairs and straight back downstairs, he couldn't keep up defensively, and he couldn't even see the shot coming by the time it landed.
You somehow got up from a body shot in that wonderful world title win. It's excruciating, isn't it? And that, how he just made it up at that split second.
Yeah. I mean, this instinct, it really is, and his will to win. It's a survival instinct that you have. You know, and they stay with you. Look, this is only a 4-rounder, but he'll still be feeling that shot for the next couple of rounds, that's for sure.
Into the third, the 4-round sprint distance. We're watching the professional debut of Harley Burrows in the red and white, the purple and pink of the brave Lewis Howells. Just hasn't got the ammunition, really, to keep Burrows at bay. He's just chipping away, chopping big shots down to head and to body, Sonny, as you're saying, mixing it up.
Yeah, because when you're targeting different positions, different targets, it's much harder defensively to keep up, constantly adjusting from head to body, from side to side. And what Burrows, I think, is doing a really good job of here is touching upstairs, getting Howells to lock his feet in, and then just aiming somewhere else. He went for the pit down there, landed a nice backhand through the middle, but he's constantly finding ways to get Howells defending and then going for the space that he's creating. Very, very good, mature work from Burrows.
Doing nothing wrong at all. If anything, I'd like to see him just keep those shots nice and relaxed and just go through the gears a little bit. 3s and 4s go again. You can see how well he moves in and out of range. He'll skip to either left or right, but otherwise boxing nicely.
Went the distance last time, Howells, and before that against Steve Clark, he was stopped in the 8th, so he's a tough customer. Probably the perfect first foe for Burrows. Someone that's not just going to lie down, but will continue to keep scrapping away. That's how they earn their money, Darren, week in, week out.
Unless you're in the camp of Burrows, then him staying down in the second round is the perfect opponent, I think, on your debut.
Because every now and again he'll throw a couple, but he's not offering too much now, is he, Howells?
Body shots again from the beast. Last minute of the third. Can he find the finishing punches?
I think Howell's doing a really good job for the most part at just finding a way out of the way of these some of these shots, especially the more hurtful ones.
Yeah, he just like that. He'll sort of slip aside when he takes this thing out the shot. Oh, that was a nice right to the body. Couple of deep breaths from Howells.
But then he comes straight back.
I mean, you guys are world champions, so maybe not the right to ask, but Sonny, you spent a lot of time with different level fighters. He won his first 3, Lewis Howells. How do you get from that winning mentality into, I've got to survive to earn more in the next few weeks?
Yeah, normally I think that what happens is you realise you can't sell tickets. So you get 3 fights in, you didn't really make much money, maybe the promoter had to put in for you, and then all of a sudden, you're a decent, oh, lovely shot though, you're a decent fighter that's on the road, and that's typically what happens a lot of the time with the good road fighters.
And he's doing okay here, he's toughing it out, Lewis Howells, everything to Harley Burrows. Plenty to like about him already on his professional debut. Plenty to like about this character. One of these stories, hasn't he been, in British boxing over the last 6 to 9 months? Bilal Fawaz defending his British and Commonwealth belts against Ryan Kelly, a good chief support. And I mean, Bilal, you've been around him all week. Explain.
Yeah, do you know what? He's sort of he's bursted to the scene. Like the likes of me and Sonny and people around the London amateur scene, we've known about Bilal Fawaz, but for most, they wouldn't have heard of him, but he's been a great addition. He really has. The 2 fights with Junaid Boston, the way he sort of presents himself and carries on in pressers are brilliant.
And you know, if you have known him, you're really happy for him. Look, he's beat one of my friends, one of my fighters, back to back. But you're happy for what he's achieved and where he's come from, Bilal Fawaz.
Ishmael Davis, of course, that excellent victory. I did an interview him afterwards, and he wanted the DAZN badge off my jacket as another prize to take back with his Lonsdale belt and Commonwealth crown as well. Bilal Fawaz, Ryan Kelly coming up a little later. We've got TMA Ayton and Stevie Levy, which is a good fight next up. But Harley Burrows has a round to go. Professional debut. He'd have wanted the stoppage, the dramatic moment in that second round. I'm sure Eddie and Sam Jones as well. But look at this from Howells, who's really testing at least the 4-round resistance and getting some good education early doors.
And I think if he doesn't get the stoppage in the next couple of minutes, he's really going to be kicking himself tomorrow, because it's really when he's loading up and really trying to get the heaviest punch he can throw through to the target is when he's being made to miss, when he needs a little bit of rest in between the shots. The moment he's just keeping up a nice rhythm and keeps scoring, there we go. The punches are heavy enough when they're marking and busting him up a little bit. I think he just needs a bit more volume and a little less emphasis on power for Burrows to get the stoppage.
And there's also the setting of traps, you know, finding those openings. If you're not going to go through the gears and you're not going to, you know, let combinations go, then let's try and find the openings another way. Let's feint, let's jab to the body, let's get those hands low, let's then throw the right hand. Try different things. But look, we're talking about a debutant here, although he's
19 years old as well.
19 years old, although his amateur career was good. Look, there's so much developing, so much learning to do, but I'll tell you what, and we say this a lot, there's so much to work with.
And I reckon he'll say afterwards he was over-eager to impress on the big platform that he's been given. He's won every round. Huge body shot knockdown in the second, but you get the sense, the feeling that Lewis Howells can just smell that finishing line, and if you can get over it, he could be back, I don't know, in Manchester next week, Doncaster the week after, and he'll be welcome.
Yeah, of course he will. Got an exciting style, lots to work with, as we say, lots of development to do, but a lot of talent. There really is, and yeah, with all of these youngsters coming through, it's about being busy, learning your trade, get out as much as you possibly can. And that'll be the same for Howells. He'll be busy now. If he does hear the final bell, no doubt we'll see him in a couple of weeks.
A smile from Lewis Howells, 30 seconds to go to survive. The southpaw from Wisbech in Cambridgeshire on his pro debut. Looking the part at times.
Oh, lovely shot.
Maybe just crowding his work, rushing it, and I mean, he wants to make Jordan happy, he wants to make Sam happy, Eddie happy, but at the end of the day, the victory is what's important, Sonny.
Yeah, 100%, and he's completely dominated from the first to last bell in his debut. He got a very impressive knockdown, and really Howells did probably well to get through that. He found a way to, you know, stabilise the action coming from Burrows a little bit in the third and fourth. We didn't see that same threat and danger that we maybe saw in the first and second round, but I thought it was a terrific performance from a 19-year-old, multi-talented national champion. Yeah, exactly what you want in your professional debut.
Sonny mentions that 19 years of age, Darren. So many amateurs are turning over really young. We've got TMA Ayton coming up, Leo Atang, all of these guys and girls that just feel they want to get paid now. Dave Allen.
He wants to get paid.
He wants to get paid, and he is. A lot of money, I hope, against Filip Hrgovic, because it's a very, very hard fight. El Animal is back. We're in Doncaster in a couple of weeks. Can you believe how quickly that's come around?
And I'm looking forward to that one, nice and local, Adam.
There you go, Sonny.
By the way, I'm 44 3 days after that, just in case you want to get me a card or a present.
Really?
Yeah, just letting you know.
No one asked that.
To all the viewers as well.
It's like saying 44 days or 250 days. What 4 days? What's that got to do with
3 days after May the 16th, May the 19th, unfortunately.
May the 19th is the date for your diaries. Darren Barker turns 44. This guy is only 19. Harley Burrows emphatically wins with the knockdown as well. Professional debut ticked David.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of action here in Wolverhampton, we go to referee Kevin Parker's scorecard. It reads 40-35 for your winner, Harley, the Beast Burrows.
Successful debut live on DAZN for Harley Burrows.